Text appears over black. History keeper. Archival photos show the Hecla Iron Furnace, Ironton, Ohio, then the Vesuvius Furnace and the Buckhorn Furnace.
As a child in Ironton, Ohio, textbooks taught me about the owners of the local pig iron furnaces who were abolitionists and Underground Railroad conductors.
The brick furnaces are shaped like flat-topped pyramids. Now, a map shows the various iron furnaces of southern Ohio.
There were numerous communities of free African Americans in southern Ohio, but their role in helping escaped slaves was not taught or praised. Those were the people I came from.
An engraving shows an escaped slave with a knapsack.
Without an Underground Railroad story, where did I fit in this history of my country?
An Ohio historical marker reads Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church.
I grew up attending Basket Day Homecoming up Macedonia Hill at the Mother Church.
A simple white wooden church stands in a clearing. A sign reads Burlington Cemetery 37.
Founded by the famous 37, freedmen from the Twyman Plantation in Madison County, Virginia.
A gravestone reads The Promised Land and features the names of the freed men and women.
These same people created the Providence Anti-Slavery League, which became the oldest association of Black Baptist churches west of the Appalachian Mountains.
A contemporary photo shows a silver-haired man in a suit.
My father, the Reverend Dr. D.C. Carter, spent 43 years pastoring one of Macedonia's daughters, the First Baptist Church of Burlington, and served in the senior leadership of the association, learning the histories of all the member churches. Since my people came out of Appomattox, Virginia, I assumed my family had stories about escaping, but neither my father nor his father could tell me so.
A highway sign says Appomattox, 12 miles. A farm field stretches to a forest edge. A contemporary photo shows a woman in glasses.
Being a colored hillbilly in the 50s was particularly hard, especially since slavery seemed to be the only history accorded to African Americans. I started digging, and I found the answer. I am a child of iron. My father's great-grandfather, Hiram Carter, was a blacksmith and made wagon wheels in Buckingham County, Virginia. Perhaps his value as a blacksmith meant he chose to stay south.
Tools hang in an old blacksmith shop. Now, a photo shows a train engine.
His grandsons Willie and Jimmy were recruited by the C&O Railroad for their ironworking skills. They helped build the roundhouse in Russell, Kentucky. Perhaps it was my grandfather Willie's fate to remain in southern Ohio, so his son and my father Douglas could be the keeper of the legacy of the 37, restore the cemetery that holds their bones, and be the touchstone for the county's African American history.
A map shows routes of the Underground Railroad.
Perhaps the small county hamlets called Black Fork, Aid, Getaway, and Bidwell were clues.
Church congregants wear bonnets and bow ties for a basket day celebration.
The current congregants of Providence's rural Black Baptist churches say their ancestors hid and transported freedom seekers. So while my family may have no Underground Railroad story, we do have an Overland Railroad story. And we're history keepers. That's where I fit. I hold and honor my father's legacy, the right and the responsibility to know and tell my people's story on the landscape of northern Appalachia.
Photos show rail tracks stretching into the distance, then Omope seated beside her father at church. Text appears by Omope Carter Daboiku. Text, Ohio Iron Furnace Maps Compliments of Dr. Cheryl Jennifer LaRoche, The Geography of Resistance, Free Black Communities, and the Underground Railroad. Photographs from the First Baptist Church of Burlington, Ohio, compliments of Sister Stacy Murray Metcalf. More image credits appear. Sound effects, Blast Furnace by Conrad Gutkowski, Marie Claire Fink, soundsofchanges.eu. Quarry by Just Kid Inc., freesound.org. Blacksmith Shop by Aldea Invisible, freesound.org. Logos, National Park Service and National Underground Railroad Network to Freedom. This story was produced in a workshop facilitated by StoryCenter. Listen deeply, tell stories. StoryCenter.org.